Good morning, everyone. So we've got our last 5 talks for the event today, kicking off with Roland Seckler from Ypsomed, who's going to take us through the path to CO2 neutrality for a medical technology company. Then we'll hand over to Jessica Pemp, who's going to take us through the obstacles for a converter moving towards sustainability. Then we'll hand over to Michael Wietinger, who's going to take us through the injection molding innovative material. Try it again. Good start. I was focusing on getting the pronunciation right. The innovative injection molding solutions for medical technology. Then we're going to have a short break, as I say, for checking out and so on, and obviously a bit of coffee before Prem from Team Consulting is going to take us through designing for reuse. We'll then finish with Ray and Cindy from Moldex, who are going to take us through how their tools can help you optimize multi-cavity tools for medical devices. And then the final panel discussion, and then you're all free. You're free to go home, you're free to go and have a coffee, to take a walk in hopefully the hills if it stays sunny. But at this point, I'd like to hand over to Marcus, who after doing such a good job yesterday in chairing everyone, is going to do the same today. So thanks, Marcus, over to you.
Good morning, Marcus. Alrighty. Our first presentation is from an innovative company based in Switzerland. He's specialized in the development of injection systems for self-medications. Ypsomed offers a solution with their products for patients with chronic diseases like diabetes. And I'm pleased to introduce Mr. Roland Seckler, Vice President of Global Chain, who will be presenting the path of CO2 neutrality in a medical technical company.
So once again, good morning. Thanks to Ultrapolymers for inviting me and showing how we are going to tackle our path to neutral CO2, the whole company. I heard you had a wonderful day 1 yesterday, yeah, and I am happy that I can open day 2 for you. My name is Roland Seckler. I'm responsible at Ypsomed for global supply chain since 2014. I will give you some information about Ypsomed. We'll show you also a movie. A movie tells much more than words. Where we are, what we are going to do, and will show you afterwards our way being a CO2 neutral company. It's just the pictures and the information you get this morning is just on the surface because our sustainability roadmap goes much deeper. So what we are doing is we are building, developing and manufacturing infusion sets for self-medication, means for rare diseases, for diabetes, for migraine, osteoporosis, all these new developed liquid products. Ypsomed is founded in 1984 under the name Visitronic and renamed in 2003 to Ypsomed and stock listed in Switzerland since 2004. Our headquarters is in Burgdorf. It's in pure Emmental, yeah? So this is a real location. It's not a cheese. It's 10 miles before Bern. Our products are available in more than 40 countries, and we have, this is an older number here, we have now achieved more than 2,500 employees globally. So those are a few milestones. We developed and produced the first injection pen for Höchst. Now it's Sanofi. It's for sickness of diabetes. And we developed also the first worldwide available insulin pump and developed also pen needles for the injection pens. Optifine is just one brand. And give you a number, we are producing at the moment around 600 million pen needles for the global market, all in Switzerland. Then we launched the first pump with a pre-filled cartridge. That means The insulin from the pharmaceutical producers is delivered along with the pump. And then we sold this insulin pump business to Roche in 2003. And then comes Ypsomed into account and listed on the stock market, as I mentioned already, in 2004. We start in 2008 distribution of blood glucose measuring systems and start also the development of our pen platforms. And also here a number at the moment, we are producing around 250 million different pens for the global market and different diseases. And until end of this decade, we will produce around 600 up to 700 million pens for the global market, driven by this obesity drug. You have the chance to read this in the news, yeah? And this is the driver for this dramatic growth. Yeah? In 2011, we went back to the pump business with the distribution of Omnipod from Insulet, and we launched the Ypsopump insulin pump system in 2017, and the first platform pen, Ypsomed 1.0, was launched in 2018. We opened a new site in Schwerin in 2019. From a size point of view, this site is 6 soccer fields large, yeah? And in 3 years, it will be 18 soccer fields large. So we beat the Tesla Gigafactory. Yeah. In 2020, we start our sustainability roadmap with developing the first CO2 neutral pen called Ypsomed Zero. And in 2021, we start collaborating within our medtech industry with other companies like Schott and Lonza to develop also a patch injector. I will show you what this means later on, because we think that we need building an alliance. Being CO2 neutral makes it much more easier for all of us. And then another few new auto injectors have been developed and will be ready for the market within the next 2-3 years. So here our name, Ypsomed, means for self-medication. And this is not a vision anymore. Our solutions helps the patients with much more painless injection than with competitive products. And our mission is still valid, that we need to develop simple to use products, and they are in the near future also CO2 neutral. So I hope the movie can show you. So perfect. A few information about Ypsomed. The headquarters is in Burgdorf, as I said, and we have also 3 other sites in Burgdorf, where we're producing Ypsopump, insulin pump, and the competence center for Ypsomed. Also, our tool shop is located in Burgdorf, and close to Burgdorf is Solothurn, 20-25 minutes away. We have one of our first high-volume production sites. We produce there approximately 150 million pens for the global market. Schwerin is up and running since 2019 and will be expanded, as I said, within the next 3 years. And then we have some a smaller sister company called Ypsotech, also located in Solothurn, in Grenchen, close to Solothurn. We are building up at the moment our China site. We delivered the first assembly lines and the molding machines into China, and we will start the first production end of this year. and we have already agreed that we start up building a site in US. In the next 3 years. The green light is coming within October. A few words to our users and patients. We start with diabetes and chronic disease. So this is a global pandemic, and Ypsomed provides a broad portfolio to fight diabetes on the global market. And you see the growing rates is approximately 9 up to 12% in all industrial countries, more in Russia and in China and also in India, but this is not shown here. In our portfolio, we provide insulin therapy for the pump for the global market, along with infusion sets and also reservoirs to be filled with insulin. And here are part of our pen needle business. We sold this pen needle business a few months ago, but we are still produce and manufacture until end of 2025. Ultra Polymer is one of our major supplier. I think it's 80 or more % of the resins we need. And here we need the support for the industry developing and supplying CO2 optimized resins, which we would like to start and to use. But greenwashing is not our favorite, but at the end of the day, this is a way we have to accept, maybe not only for the resin suppliers, that greenwashing is part of the business, but it's not our favorite. There's some more brands. And then we move to the delivery systems, to the pen business. Also here, for the Uno pen part, resins from Ultra Polymer are the major resins in use. And you see some other pens and auto-injectors for the different indications. It's not only diabetes anymore, it's also migraine, psoriasis, and we are working also with pharmaceutical drug suppliers on a solution for Parkinson and Alzheimer. Those are some customers and indications. So you see we are playing on the global market. The trend for the growth is that all new modern drugs will be developed in liquid, not in a pill. And Ypsomed is developing, along with the pharmaceutical producers, the device needed for these special drugs. Here we have another treatment. It's autoimmune diseases, morbus Crohn. And we take care also of the different generations. You see here the elder populations needs to have a different device that they can perfectly use, and it must be ensured that the drug is injected in the correct form and volume. So we have achieved now more than 2,500 employees globally. And now I would like to show our way how we want to be CO2 neutral until 2040. As a basic, the top management needs to support this. And our CEO is really a very good symbol how top management is supporting this roadmap, because at the beginning it's very costly. It's not only the suppliers. We have started our roadmap across the complete company. From my personal point of view, we are all responsible, and we have to change our mindset that we all start with being sustainable in private life as well as in our offices. So mind change is one of the basic criteria, and we at Ypsomed have installed a dedicated team. We have now a team of 5 headcounts working only for being sustainability. We need to have clear targets, and we need to monitor these targets that we achieve the goals, and this will be also certified by companies that we are following our own roadmap, and this can be shown or is shown in our annual report. It's a must that you show to the outer world that all actions and activities you are doing, being a sustainable company, needs to be certificated. Otherwise, you lose credibility. So this, sorry for changing in German here. This is the roadmap. It has started in 2020, and until 2040, we want to be 100% CO2 neutral. And in 2030, we would like to be in a position that all our products are produced with CO2 neutral raw materials. That needs an integrated corporate strategy. It starts with innovation and digital health. So we start at the product development and then access and expansion. I show you later what that means. Then responsibility and engagement, and also our operational excellence within our manufacturing. So what does it mean, innovation and digital health? So the digital therapy management ensures that the patients doing their therapy correctly. That means the complete volume is injected. It's injected in a way that ensures that the drug is completely absorbed by the body. Yeah? This can be measured with some digital tools. And from the US, there is I will not say a nice challenge coming, that health insurance companies will pay the therapy after it's confirmed that it's correctly injected in the body, not upfront. Today, you get your recipe, goes to the pharmacy, and you get your drug. Nobody takes care about the costs. But in the US, they will change it. They need to have the confirmation that the drug is correctly injected. Then access and expansion means we would like to support, together with our partners, the pharmaceutical drug companies, that more and more people have access to drugs like insulin. You can imagine this is not the case in South America, this is not the case in China, not in India, partly in Russia. And then responsibility and engagement. We need to work on reducing our own footprint, bringing back waste into the circular economy, and working on procedures that we can use more or less every part of our production, if it's waste or a used pen, again, for bringing it back in the economy of manufacturing. And for that, we need not only, it's not only on us, we need also our customers, our patients, and also our suppliers. And then operational excellence means we implement a few years ago lean management in manufacturing, which helps us to bring the costs down, to bring the energy consumption down, to bring the waste down. And we need to work also being more and more automized, because this is the way that we can supply all these huge volumes coming from the global market in a way that we have as less as possible waste and as less as possible energy consumption. Maybe later on, if there is enough time, I can show you some some sites of our intranet at Ypsomed. Here we have all our employees have access to our sustainable roadmap and can read the news. It's always up to date because it's very important that every employee in the company is following the sustainable roadmap and is informed about activities which we are doing to come down with our CO2 consumption. Environment, as I said, to bring back the waste in circular economy, to reduce our energy consumption, and for our employees, what does it mean? Well-being of each employees in the office and in the manufacturing, working conditions, that they can always stay health and safety, because only when you provide a perfect environment for all employees in the office or in manufacturing, you can be sure that they bring in the full potential to the company. So some examples for our responsibility and engagement is we changed in Switzerland to 100% water power, and we have also been certificated of this use. In Schwerin, for the Schwerin site, we have on the roof, it's fully equipped with photovoltaic plates, and this will be also done in our site in US and in China. We have started the Corporate Zero program, and also on the right side you see that we're doing a lot for our employees because this is part of our roadmap being sustainable. So what does it mean? You need to have a good plan. You need to start being sustainable from the beginning of development, building up a net zero supply chain along with the net zero sites. I need to speed up a bit. This is our long-term plan. As I said, in 2030, we would like to be CO2 neutral with our scope 1 and 2, and until 2040 also along the complete value chain. All these achievements are measured by SBTi, and we are a bit ahead. Yeah? So that doesn't mean we can lie down. So we are happy that we are have a bit of a buffer. So we have also done some analysis where we have some things to do to reduce our carbon footprint. It's not only in our manufacturing, it's also in the transportation. And here, for example, we changed completely from flying to sea. We have global customers in Japan, in US, and a few months ago, we all these orders were be transferred by aircraft, and now we change completely to sea. Here on the Schwerin side, you see that we are building up also a windmill. It's called a Goliath. It's 260 meters high. The site will have in 2026 energy use of around 11 gigawatt. Yeah? And we produce with the windmill and with the photovoltaic power plant, we produce 17 gigawatt. Yeah? So that means we sell a bit back to the Schwerin location. Sorry. Then this is a picture from our China site. It's up and running now. This is our a concept, and the same picture we will see in 3 years in US. We also started building an alliance here in Switzerland with Schott and Lonza within the medtech industry, that we have some partners developing more and more procedures and processes being as fast as possible CO2 neutral. Also, Ypsomed started in Africa the Aoeni project. That means some Swiss CEOs have started a project with the University of Zurich, building up forests in Africa. And this is not only for consuming CO2 by the trees, it's also giving working place and working positions to the people there. So what else? Yeah, also in Switzerland, we started building up photovoltaic power plants on our rooftops, not only in Schwerin. That means we are more or less completely independent from outside energy. And you see on the right side that we are a bit ahead with our CO2 targets. I really am happy that we have done such a good work in the future. That means we are not at the end. What we don't tackle at the moment is starting this journey with our suppliers. That's a very easy thing to answer. All of our products, every part of the pen is registered. And when we change raw material or something else, we need to do this together with the notified body. That means in the worst case, we need to do a global change. And you can imagine how much power is to invest in such a change, and that needs to be avoided. At the end of the presentation, this is the first pen Ypsomed Zero, which is 100% CO2 neutral. Unfortunately, only 2 customers are buying this. This is also a signal that it needs all, not only us, it needs also the outside world, customers and also suppliers, that Ypsomed is achieving in 2030 and 2040 the self-set target being CO2 neutral. Thank you.